Go to the Raising Cane's guest chair, and we welcome in a very special guest, Jeff Landry, the governor of Louisiana. We've never had a governor on the show. The governor of Massachusetts has never come on this show.
They don't give us time of day.
Right? Yeah. But we come here in the hospitality and the way we're greeted. It's wonderful. Governor, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
I didn't realize this was Todd Graves' chair, right? Raising Cane's. Yeah, this is even better. I love it.
This will be the best accent we have on the show all week. I'm maybe even more excited about that. Thank you so much. This is obviously a big week here. There's a lot happening surrounding this game. It's such a great event no matter where it is. But when it's in New Orleans, it's special, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I had always heard time and time again where people have said, listen, the best Super Bowl I've ever attended was in the city of New Orleans because of the proximity to the event center, right, the arena, and the restaurants and hotels and whatnot. And we knew that we had something to build off of. And so we started a year ago working to make sure that we could showcase it. And look, so far, everyone we talked to is like, man, we're ready to come back to New Orleans. Things are great. We really, I mean, this is a place to have the Super Bowl. It really is. I mean, when you think about it, once you're in the footprint, you don't have to leave.
Never.
Now, I mean, the only time you leave is to go home, and if you leave thirsty, hungry, or mad, then you just haven't been to New Orleans.
You're right.
Right?
But we did one in Indy. Indy's sort of the same thing. You walk everywhere, but you know you risk the climate, and they'll never get it.
Yeah.
But you guys should have this damn thing every 5 years.
I know, no, we could. Look, we got all the snow out the way. You know, we had a foot of snow here 2 weeks ago, huh? I think they were anticipating y'all coming. They thought maybe the Patriots are coming back or something. I don't know, put some snow out there.
Take us at home.
Yeah, but no, look, the climate's been great. The weather's been great. And it's just a wonderful city. And here's something more. I want to say thank you for y'all to be able to come down here and to do this and to participate in this city and to talk about how great things are and to be able to enjoy yourself is really warms my heart. That's why I ran for governor. That's why I work so hard so that we can welcome to America and the world just such a great state and a great city.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, we've been to a lot of these Super Bowls. I was here 12 years ago, the last time the game was here. And the one thing that was different that I know you can speak to is the level of security for this week, obviously with the events that happened last month, but the level of security for this event is unprecedented this week. I mean, it was felt. I think people that were here felt safe being here and being a part of this week, and I'm sure that was a very important thing to you personally and to all of the people here.
Well, look, first of all, it goes a great shout-out to all the men and women who are working 24/7 behind the clock, working to protect us, just and have been working for a year now. I mean, look, you got to put this in perspective. You know, 3 years ago, New Orleans was ranked one of the most dangerous cities in the world. Okay, and we came in and we've been working through public safety. We've been doing a lot of things, and we knew that the Super Bowl was coming last year, and we had been planning this out and working on a public safety aspect, and we were doing so many great things. In fact, I was here New Year's Eve just to be able, because I was like, you know, we worked so hard. I was looking out, the fireworks, you saw the police out there. Things seemed to be getting back, and then we had the tragedy on New Year's morning. Wake up and get that call, and that just... It just kind of recalibrated everything, and we knew that we had a very short fuse to be able to go back to protecting the city and making people feel safe inside the city. And, of course, we were able to put the Sugar Bowl on 24 hours later, and then we worked towards this. But this is absolutely the safest place on the planet, and I'm proud of it. And believe you me, there is a lot of man and women hours that are at play.
Oh, you feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it walking around. You feel safe. I've never felt safer walking around. And we've been to the city multiple times. But you see more police and protection presence than you do actual fans. Like, there's no Chief fans anywhere. That's great. You've done a good job keeping those Chief fans out.
Is that
They're the bad guys. They're the bad guys.
You know, it's funny
Let
because
the Philly people in.
Yeah. Everybody's kind of holding.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great game, I think.
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, these all come down to a field goal. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So what are the new things you did to the Superdome? You were talking about.
Oh yeah, so that, you know, that's the other thing I want to hear. I can't wait. You know, we spent combined between us and the New Orleans Saints spent in excess of $300-400 million over the last 5 years or so on a package redoing the Superdome. Because you got to remember, the Superdome was built in the late 60s, I think, is when it opened.
It's 50
up.
years old now.
Yeah.
They built it starting in 70, opened 75,
Yeah, that's 60, right, exactly. And it needed a makeup. And, you know, some people said, hey, maybe we should just tear it down. But we felt in architecture, the engineers and architects felt that we could work out of the current footprint. So we did a lot of things. They built some infield suites. We broke some of the ramps out, kind of opened some areas. They worked. I know that the Saints and the state worked closely with the NFL to just try to make a first-class fan experience inside the Superdome. So that's one of the grading cards I'm waiting for after the game is to hear that. And so if you hear that and you talk to fans or folks that go to the game, really would like to hear that. We get a lot of things.
To be completely honest and transparent, when we've talked about how it's been too long since the game has been back here, the thing that I would say as an outsider from previous experience, not being there this week, is the stadium must be holding them back because the Superdome has all the history, but it doesn't have all of the amenities that some of these newer cookie-cutter buildings
the suites.
are being built. They're huge. They have all these suites. They have all this access. They have all this way to involve the corporate environment.
Yeah.
And the Superdome, in some ways, you know, just by space constraints, doesn't have all of those things.
Well, we hope to have married that. We hope to have solved that particular problem. I think what you've seen over the last, say, decade or so in cities that hosted Super Bowls, a lot of them have built brand new stadiums, just like you're talking about, have been leaning in on the fan experiences, and of course, New Orleans was stuck here with an older building, and so that's what we're hoping to do. Because here's the thing that those stadiums and those cities don't have that New Orleans does, is that again, it's the proximity. Okay, it's the access to the event. Everybody gets here. They don't have to leave. You don't have to sit in hours of traffic. You don't have to leave, 3 hours before game time. Worry about where you're going to park your car. If you're going to catch your Uber driver, you just walk here, right? And look. And if you get hungry, if you walk a little too far, you get hungry, you get you a po' boy, and you didn't.
Oh, po' boys are good down here.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so that is it. So I would love to hear back from y'all. I think that's it. I think the Super Bowl that you attended, what would you say, 12 years ago?
12 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a different Superdome. It's a much different Superdome. And then I'll tell you something else they did. Let me tell you something else they did, which could be interesting. I think it was Verizon and AT&T. I'll probably get myself in trouble, but I'm pretty sure it's those two got together and they redid the Wi-Fi and cellular coverage inside the Superdome.
Okay, hold on. This is weird that you mentioned this. I've never had better cell service in my life than I had this week here.
Yeah.
I've never seen any. I'm glad. I'm like, wow, they have great cell service here.
Oh yeah,
you're not lying.
Well, I told him,
that's real.
I told him. I said, if Zolak and them, if y'all can't get on your phones, I said that somebody's fired.
You know what I had first time here? I loved it. The grilled oysters.
Unbelievable.
With the cheese and the garlic butter. They were unbelievable.
Oh my God. Yeah. Right here. Right in
the corner.
So you're going to wait for the reviews to come in after the game, and then does the lobbying begin to get it right back?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's how it works, right?
No, actually, the lobbying has already started. That's why I'm here right here. Everybody that loves saying, we want people to vote. Hey, do we want the Super Bowl back in New Orleans? I mean, we can do it. We can. Whenever.
I love the signage. Built to host.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
See it outside in the convention center.
In your face.
This is what we do. Built to host.
Well, I tell people that hospitality may have been invented in the South, but it was perfected in Louisiana.
Well, Governor, it was a pleasure to have you here talking about the game.
Coming over.
Well, look, I appreciate. Big shout out to your neighbor Jeff Select. Put me on. My political consultant Brent Littlefield, who's a big Patriots fan. I got to hear from those all the time. All the time.
They're good guys.
Good. Well, thank y'all.
Governor Jeff Landry with us here in New Orleans ahead of Super Bowl 59 on Sunday night.
Hey, if you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand right here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.